In this video, we are going to talk about 10 most beautiful places to visit in Santorini. So before we start, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. Incredible sunsets, pearly white buildings adorned with bougainvillea, blue domed churches, and picturesque windmills make Santorini a sought-after destination. This Greek paradise attracts newlyweds and couples from around the globe eager to witness its famed sunsets of Oya, swim in hot springs, savor its cuisine, and indulge in luxurious resorts. Santorini has more to offer than incredible vistas and multicolored beaches. The island is also home to ancient archaeological sites and museums that are worth exploring. Get yourself an ATV or a smart car and set about experiencing the rugged island on undulating roads. Just be prepared to stop at every corner, as the views are never-ending. For ideas on how to spend your time, see our video of the top tourist attractions in Santorini. Number 1. Fira. The capital of Santorini, Fira, is made up of whitewashed cubic houses and terraces, winding lanes, little squares, and blue-domed churches perched on the cliffs 300 meters above the Caldera. From the small port of Scala, Fira can be reached either by walking or riding. Mules are for hire, up the steep and winding stepped path, 587 steps, or by taking the cable car. It can also be reached from neighboring towns via the Fira to Oya scenic trail that takes you along the Caldera cliff. Ferries dock at the port of Athenios, connected to Fira by road, while cruise ships put down anchor in the Caldera, and passengers are transported to Scala by tender. Fira lives principally from tourism, and many of its buildings now serve as small hotels, apartments, restaurants, cafes, souvenir shops, and jewelers. Number 2. Oya. Oya is known for its famed sunsets that attract tourists from around the world. Located on the northern tip of Santorini, 12 kilometers up the coast from Fira, Oya is a picture-perfect village of whitewashed houses, several of which have been converted into chic little boutique hotels with infinity pools overlooking the Caldera. Like Fira, it lives from tourism, but caters to a more upmarket clientele. From Ammoudi Bay, steep paths zigzag up to the town, where you'll find a row of waterfront seafood eateries, many with al fresco dining. Oya can be reached by local hotel bus or by walking the trail along the cliffs high above the Caldera, allow 3 hours from Fira. Number 3. Caldera. Formed by the massive volcanic explosion that blew the center out of the island some 3,600 years ago, the Caldera is the sea-filled volcanic crater that remained. Measuring 12 kilometers by 7 kilometers, it is still home to volcanic activity. In its center rise the two Kaimeni islets with hot springs and gas emissions. Various agencies offer one-day excursions of the Caldera by boat, including time to bathe in the hot springs, and then have lunch on Perissa, a tiny island on the west side of the Caldera, affording amazing views back to Santorini across the water. Number 4. Akrotiri Archaeological Site. Near the village of modern Akrotiri, 12 kilometers southwest of Fira, the ancient Minoan settlement of Akrotiri was buried below lava following the 16th century BC volcanic explosion that created the Caldera. At the Akrotiri archaeological site, visitors can walk on pathways through the debris of the town to see remains of the clay buildings of this once thriving town. It is so well preserved that it's often compared to Pompeii. Santorini's connections with North Africa can be deduced from the outstanding frescoes, most of which are now in the National Archaeological Museum in Athens, that decorated its houses. The site of the Akrotiri ruins reopened to the public in 2012, following several years of closure. Number 5. Red Beach. Nearby the Akrotiri site, you will find the famous Red Beach below a spectacular red cliff wall. The beach is accessible along a path from the town of Akrotiri. You can also take a bus from Fira or drive and park nearby before venturing down a rocky path to reach the beach. The beach is also accessible by boat from Akrotiri, Kamari, and Perissa ports. The small beach gets crowded during the summer, so be sure to get there early to snag a prime spot for great contrasting views of the red rocks against the aquamarine water. Number 6. Pyrgos. Pyrgos was Santorini's capital before Fira took over in 1800. The tiny village of Pyrgos, located in the middle of Santorini, is made up of whitewashed Cycladic cottages built around the ruins of a medieval hilltop castle. Previously a sleepy, all but forgotten town, Pyrgos has, since 2004, started to cater to upmarket tourism with the opening of several small, chic restaurants and boutique hotels. Number 7. Prophetess Elias. From Pyrgos, a road runs to the summit of minty Prophetess Elias, 584 meters, Santorini's highest point, affording panoramic views of the island and out across the sea. Here stands the mighty Prophetess Elias Monastery, an 18th century sanctuary that is open to the public. Inside, you can see the church with a richly carved iconostasis. Visit the museum displaying the mitre and crozier of Patriarch Gregory V, who was hanged in Constantinople by the Turks in 1821. Also of interest are the library, the monastic archives, and the kitchen. The monastery ran one of the many secret schools operated during the Turkish period. Number 8. Beach at Perissa. Santorini's best-known and most popular beach lies on the southeast coast between the villages of Perissa and Perivolos. A 6-kilometer-long stretch of fine black volcanic sand, it is backed by tamarisk trees and overlooked by a string of seafood tavernas and cafes. There are sunbeds and umbrellas to rent, plus water sports facilities. It is approximately 12 kilometers from Fira. Number 9. Ammoudi Bay. At the base of the cliffs rising to the town of Oya, the port of Ammoudi Bay glistens above sparkling turquoise waters. Descend the 200 or so steps down from Oya, and you are in the picture-perfect setting that is Ammoudi, known for quaint Greek tavernas, serving the catch of the day just inches from the waves, and isolated coves ideal for swimming. Another popular activity is cliff diving if that's what gets your adrenaline pumping. For a less adventurous and still exhilarating experience, hire a sailboat to bring you to the volcano for a swim in the hot springs. Number 10. Theatre show at Open Air Cinema Camari. Fancy an alfresco movie screening? Head to the Open Air Cinema Camari. It was constructed in 1887 with the goal of letting locals and travelers continue the Greek tradition of the outdoor theater by allowing you to check out movies al fresco. Grab a snack from the on-site concession and watch a film under the light of a starry velvet sky in a garden setting. Besides movies, this venue just outside the town limits also hosts concerts, art exhibitions, and traditional theater performances. It is a unique Santorini experience. So this is our today's video. If you like our video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel or hit the bell icon. We will meet again with another interesting topic. Till then, stay safe and stay happy.